with the Predator Helios 3D15 Spatial Labs Edition.
The 13th gen Intel Core i9 HX processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 GPU, and our custom-engineered Aeroblade cooling, alongside liquid metal over the CPU.
Delivering intuitive interaction and immersive sensation through technologies like advanced sensory solutions, optical display, and the latest real-time rendering technologies.
With the Helios Neo 16. 13th gen Intel Core processor? Check. GeForce RTX 40 series graphics? Of course. As for cooling, the Helios Neo includes Predator's custom-engineered cooling solutions listed here, with our unique Aeroblade fans and liquid metal thermal grease. Predator Triton 17X laptop. This powerhouse features a GeForce RTX 4090 with a max TGP of 175 watts, the Acer Nitro XC452 CUV at 44.5 inches with a 32:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio and 1500R curvature. Predator Orion X. The Intel Core i9 13900KS Special Edition processor boasts 24 cores, a flagship NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. It is the smallest PC that features this GPU. Upgrade your gaming experience with the Predator Orion X.
With the Predator Helios 3D15 Spatial Labs Edition.
The 13th gen Intel Core i9-HX processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 GPU, and our custom-engineered Aeroblade cooling, alongside liquid metal over the CPU.
Delivering intuitive interaction and immersive sensation through technologies like advanced sensory solutions, optical display, and the latest real-time rendering technologies.
With the Helios Neo 16. 13th gen Intel Core processor? Check. GeForce RTX 40 series graphics? Of course. As for cooling, the Helios Neo includes Predator's custom-engineered cooling solutions listed here, with our unique Aeroblade fans and liquid metal thermal grease. Predator Triton 17X laptop. This powerhouse features a GeForce RTX 4090 with a max TGP of 175 watts, the Acer Nitro XC452 CUV at 44.5 inches with a 32:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio and 1500R curvature. Predator Orion X. The Intel Core i9-13900KS Special Edition processor boasts 24 cores, a flagship NVIDIA GeForce RTX 40.
Another weekend means another day for qualifiers kasi nandito na tayo sa Predator Kings of PH. Ako nga pala si Ramon, kasama ko naman si Mochi for this week's qualifier. Kamusta ka naman, Mochi? I think the last time that we've seen each other was APAC Predator League 2024.
Yeah, it's been a while indeed, and there's also a lot of stuff that came down already, specifically here in the local scene, because we have witnessed that there are already a lot of players who are really working hand in hand into improving their craft more, their skills, getting a hold of what VALORANT truly is about, and being able to adapt with the current meta. But so far, I'm overly good, and I'm quite excited kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa mga players or mga teams natin for today. And of course, I'm sure na laging merong pasabog yan.
Definitely. Lagi naman may pasabog kapag nasa Predator tayo ngayon. Kaya I'm sure excited na yung mga players katulad ng ating mga viewers right there. But before anything else, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank ang Games and Amusement Board for allowing Predator Gaming to officiate the Kings of PH 2024 as an official tournament registered under the approval of the Games and Amusement Board in the Philippines. Thank you so much again to Gab para magkaroon kami ng trabaho. Thank you so much as well to everybody who has been supporting us from the start to finish. However, para sa mga newer viewers out there natin at saka yung mga hindi nakapag-follow sa mga previous qualifiers, why don't we give them a video para ma-refresh sila kung anong meron sa Predator Kings of PH ngayon. That's right mga Predator Warriors, we're halfway through sa qualifying stage ng Predator Kings of PH. Kaya ngayon, nasa third qualifier na tayo sa mga nagpa-follow up pa lang sa ating Predator scene. Pero sa mga natalo ngayon, may isa pa kayong chance tomorrow para sa mga susunod na qualifying stages, Mochi.
Yeah, most specifically, be sure to register to in order to get into the KOPH qualifiers natin. The fourth one specifically, complete the Google form, await confirmation via email, and join the official Discord server and follow the instructions provided there for the tournament. Dahil guys, last na ito and di natin sure kung kailan pa yung susunod. So why not grab the chance and take it hanggat nandyan pa, di ba?
Yep, definitely. For a massive prize pool of 100,000 pesos on the line and a guaranteed spot in the Predator League Philippine Qualifiers, Napaka-up for grabs na nga yan. So kung may opportunity na, why not take it right here, right now? Especially now that we're in a very important part of the Predator Kings of PH. So just a refresher for everybody out there. We have been through 4 qualifiers ngayon. Ngayon yung pangatlo. At last na lang yung susunod bukas sa ating Kings of PH qualifying stage, where only the top 2 of each qualifier will advance to the next phase for a single elimination match. The grand finals lang yung may BO3 natin, so doon talaga yung do or die sa mga gustong makapasok sa Predator League Philippine qualifiers. So, we're gonna have to, knock things up a notch pagdating natin doon sa napaka-importanting stages. So don't miss a moment of the action. Tune in lang kayo sa mga official channels natin on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch for our live stream coverage. And Mochi, I think napakadali lang naman para makapag-register para sa susunod nating qualifier bukas, no? Why don't you rehash yung ating instructions para sa mga gustong sumali?
Once again, guys, kailangan nyo lang gawin is to fill up the Google form natin that will be provided doon sa ating official page ng Predator Gaming. Await the confirmation via email para naman official na nandun na kayo. Nako, hindi tayo pwede sa unsure dito. Join the official Discord server and follow the instructions provided there para sa tournament natin. Ayan.
Yep. And just really quickly, why don't we show them how the bracket has looked like all throughout the day? Kasi it has been fiery hot for everybody on the top 8 bracket ngayon. You can already see that wala masyadong tier 1 teams. Kasi na-knockout sila sa mga first rounds pa lang. You can see Just Us, Lover Boys, Scatter, and Imperial Titans Pacific all fighting for one singular spot papunta sa next stage ng Predator Kings of PH.
Yeah, and also what's interesting here is that we have seen numerous of these teams before, no, na sumali doon sa Predator League natin, but it's really fascinating to see na mga mostly new teams yung mga nakikita natin ngayon for the semifinals. So the first one on the board here for their best of 1 series is going to be Just Us and as well as Lover Boys, and later abangan ninyo ang Scatter and as well as Imperial Titans Pacific.
Yeah, so good luck to all the teams that are fighting for the top 8 bracket ngayon, who are fighting for that one spot para sa ating susunod na laban on the Predator Kings of PH. So, Mochi, parang it's like a full circle moment para sa ating dalawa kasi we've been here since the very beginning of how Predator has been putting out a lot of these esports scenes, a lot of these esports tournaments, and to see how much growth we've seen this region has all throughout. Hindi na natin nakikita yung mga tier 1 teams lamang na naglalaro, hindi lang yung mga VCT teams. Nandito na din yung mga nagsimula sa tier 2, nagsimula sa tier 3, sa grassroots team pa lang. At ngayon, malapit na silang makakuha ng magandang opportunity. They just need one win, and one win is all it takes.
Yeah, that is so true, no? I really love how the rest of these players really stem like in these types of tournaments na kada talo sa qualifiers, sasali lang ulit sa next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, until they eventually get the win that they're really longing or hungry about. So now that we are already here and we have witnessed these players that are quite familiar, to say the least, I am quite excited how they'll be able to develop themselves or mature into something, like pretty prevalent to what you're saying every single tournament na merong mga players na nagmamature into a specific role, nababawasan ng aggression, they become more methodical on what they are about to do in some certain situations. It's going to be really nice for us to witness something like this because that just means that organizations can definitely see that these players are definitely growing, and there are even going to be some instances or possible instances that these players will possibly be the best here in PH soon enough.
Yeah, may mga konting examples lang tayo. Pero before that, why don't we give everyone the spotlight dito sa ating susunod na BO1. It is Just Us versus Lover Boys para sa isa sa mga unang spots papunta sa Predator Kings of PH. Well, they're already locked in papunta sa ating susunod na agent select. Pero tingnan natin yung mga players natin ng isa-isa. You can see that they're all primed up. Parang gigil na gigil si Kuya, yung sa pang-apat na camera, sinishake niya yung monitor niya, gusto niya makapaglaro. And I kind of get reports na parang may gusto, yung isa sa kanila, parang gusto nang maglaro kasi baka mag-blackout sila gawa ng Meralco. So hopefully, mag-start tayo over to the Icebox map. It is the map selected dito sa ating BO1, and ano ba yung magiging interesting natin dito? Kasi sometimes team compositions can be a little bit more creative compared to maps like Ascent where you always expect the same double initiator comp.
So true. I mean, there is like tons of stuff that are about to be changed here. Most specifically kay Viper, no? Nabawasan na siya ng snake bite and it might possibly be a struggle here for teams to actually adopt depending if their agent pool is quite limited. Though Gecko is already being adapted by numerous teams here in PH right now. They're trying to work around with the tons of supplementary skills that he currently has. And most importantly, there might be a chance that we'll be seeing that here and now. And quite excited for this one. This is clearly something for us that these team from Just Us mabot sila ng top 8 here in our VCT Challengers. And for Lover Boys though, we're seeing some familiar faces here. Kai, nag-guy sa collegiate yan. The others here on the other hand, they might be coming back. So yeah, couldn't be more excited about this one.
Yeah, just collegiate goats becoming coming to their own para sa ating susunod na laban. You can also see the map or the agent select being brought up to you guys thanks to Predator Kings of PH. It is a mirror matchup, the same kind of niche that you would want to expect. You see all the information, all the utility. They have 1 molly, 2 mollies, 3 mollies, 4 mollies counted na din yung mga nano swarms dito ni Killjoy na pinipick up na ngayon ni Lloyd Dream at saka ni Corazon. Now, I would like to put my eyes and lenses on one player specifically, that's Lloyd Dream. He was a protagonist sa lahat ng nakita natin sa Predator League PH last 2023. He's come to his own where he used to be a duelist player for multiple teams while he was trying to qualify sa lahat ng legs na available pa rin sa kanya. Now he's coming back into this 2024 Kings of PH roster where he wants to make his own initiative, his own mindset na eto na yung chance ako at kayang-kaya niyang kunin to with the roster of Just Us. He's joining the likes of Second Love and Psycho who have played with each other for quite some time now. And kapag inad mo to ng firepower ni Par Schofield who used to play for the Tele Tigers as well in collegiate, right? This is gonna be one heck of a team.
Yeah, I'm actually checking out right now that there is like another player here that is usually joined by dito nila Lloyd Dream, no? Right now they have Bar Schofield. So it's going to be the first time that we'll witness this guy play along with the team or the rest. So let us see. We are gonna hop right into Icebox and we are starting on the side of what do you call this? Just Us on the defender side and the latter will be on the attacker. So let us see if they definitely got the advantage here. This is a mirror matchup after all.
Mirror matchup after all, definitely. Now, something to take note of, both of these teams have decided to pick up yung Viper. As you mentioned, may nerf sa kanya. So we're gonna have to take note about that, no? Kung gaano kalaki yung nerf sa kanya, kung ano yung making changes sa meta now that Viper is not as strong as a controller as before, but on maps like Icebox, Breeze, not any other controller can fulfill the same amount of niche. So a bit of a technical pause. Mabilisan lamang yan, mga kaibigan. May konting disconnection lamang kasi balita ko na na-disconnect dahil sa Meralco, yung sa mga teams natin. So we're just have to wait for him to reconnect back up. Kanina nga, ang ganda ng vibes ni Lloyd Dream nung sumali siya sa lobby. He was just taking it very, very calmly. In an opposite way.
Bro, dude's so hyper. I don't know ano kinain nito. But it's like every single bar, there's one word na sinasaid niya dun sa chat. It's just so funny. Tapos, there isa rito natawa pa. Like, they're really friendly with each other, you know? Like, nung sinabi nga na merong chance na ma-disconnect siya or mawalan sila ng power, yung isa akala nagjo-joke pa siya. So I don't know, man. These players are just something. But this is actually something that a vibe that we hopefully we'll be able to promote in the rest of these players. I mean, competitiveness is a key thing to have, but you know, being able to communicate with each other lightly despite of the fact na makikipagbardagulan sila at the current time, that is even more better.
All right, default setups na agad. As the technical pause is almost gonna get shaved off, just humorous with a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, kasi mukhang ready na ang parehong teams natin. Early Killjoy turret doon sa mid. So if ever na may mag-cross dyan, masaspot siya agad. And note mo to, Mochi, you can't pick up the Viper Orb anymore. So if you're gonna put it on mid, that means you're not gonna be able to use it in the post plant. Pero magagamit mo siya pang lurk all the way towards that kitchen position. So there's a bit of risk about using that type of util as we head on into the attacking side on Lover Boys. Just Us tasked with defending the site itself. And if you look at the heat map, talagang A site ang kukunin or at least itatry ng Lover Boys.
Definitely, and hopefully they will be able to reach that as well because they're going on to an aggressive approach here for the side of Lover Boys, but still really good trade-offs happening at the current time at the A site. They might be committing still regardless of the issues that they might possibly face. Every single one here is trying to coordinate with each other, trading off every single person possible, but now
One enemy
water
remaining.
still pick-offs
Spike
going
down
down
A.
until one more person remains.
May lurk pa nga eh. Papablankan si Shimiyuna. Not hitting the shots and Aster just relies on the shock dart alone. So the utility is on point. And you can already tell that the proactivity from Just Us alone is going to be a huge factor. Lalo na sa CT side nila. If you watch that Intel power play, you could see how much of an effort that they put on trying to put as strong of a hold sa isang parte ng A site dito. Hindi sila nakalabas ng belt, hindi sila nakaalis ng pipes. Because of that proactivity from the Gecko util as well. So, good job on recognizing that strength. Just Us gets their first point, and they're gonna have to be forced into a buy where they will have the long-range advantage.
So far, though, they'll still try to approach A. And actually, medyo aggressive din yung position dito ni Kai, no? Like, regardless of the fact na medyo kulang sila in terms of the gun power here, maganda pa rin naman yung naging trade-off from Aster and Super Corazon. But now, Psycho, maganda ang kanyang position dito, pero mukhang merong mag-a-appear dito sa kabilang banda, but they will continuously be being pushed forward here, the side of Lover Boys, 1v2, regardless of the disparity in terms of guns. Oh, they managed to get 4, so that's not bad at all.
Definitely not. A big shutout pakatapos ng napakagandang frags ni Lloyd Dream. But by the end of things, Lover Boys actually made it as close as possible. You could see that they were able to get kills even though despite them only having the classics dito kasi nasa forward positions yung ibang players ng Just Us, and sometimes that is the worst case scenario for you. Especially if you're fighting off against these bullets, but good damage done. 2-0 in fact on their CT side. We'll find out kung kaya nilang i-hold yung A now that they try-stack themselves dito. You see that Guardian stacked up dito kay Second Love, Par Schofield. On top of that, Jenny spotted na agad because of the dizzy, so he has to back off and actually give themselves that space dun sa A side.
They're not ready.
So far, though,
I got the spike.
they're just taking their time into setting up. There is a possibility of a delay, considering the toxic wall has already been put up here. But we are about to see, considering that they are really good into saving up their utilities and just using it at the right time possible. But for now, they might be going in at this moment. One will be able to secure Bart's out there in Chicago, but there is going to be an immediate trade from Aster. Spikes being put down by Wingman. And there is going to be no info being thrown here. Kai in a really good position against 1 and 2. But from the other side, though, it is a 2v4. And they might possibly be getting this round.
One
but
enemy remaining.
Super Corazon will be able to secure Lloyd Dream, and Aster will be falling down to the hands of Lambo Rouge. So, Team Ace pa nga sila dito, Ramon.
Yeah, best case scenario, only one gun lost in the hands those side ng Lover Boys. But by the end of things, they got the job done, planted the spike, and by that end, wala na masyadong resistance nung nakuha nila yung first half over to the A site, right? You can see that they secured pipes without that much contention. Walang resistance din sa pagkuha ng 410. That kind of cost them a bit of space, giving an opportunity dito kay Shimiyuna to actually open up the site itself. And Lampy Rouge navigating himself around that nest position has been a huge, huge thing for them. And they go back to another possible push shot. You can see that Just Us are not willing to take the forward space anymore. Damage done as well from the previous round. You can see Lampy Rouge naka-ready na aging thrash. He got the dash in. Lalabas agad yung ibang players ng Just Us, knowing that everybody from Lover Boys are willing to fight for the site. Second Love, first shot, first blood. One frag traded out by Kai. You see that they're also trading blows here. Lloyd Dream gets another. And that 2-for-1 resulting A site being the focus for Just Us. As you see Lover Boys go back towards that B site control.
That's actually a good call for them to offer rotate here at the B site, but
Wingman's
the thing
planted.
here is there is still a difference in terms of manpower. 3v4 specifically, Kai definitely looking out for any potential flanks that are coming from the counterpart. But on the good side though, is sama-sama sila dito, nila Lloyd Dream. Definitely capitalizing more on the buddy system than anything else, as he'll be able to get this frag onto Super Corazon. Now on
Player
2v4, pushing forward for Schofield. Unexpected, and now they're sticking in the defuse. That's a good push.
Definitely a good push. In fact, they keep their numbers intact, most of them, by means. And again, yung forward position doon sa loob ng A site, just giving a lot of map control, a lot of space for them to play around that A site defense, right? Just us utilizing not only their utility, pero yung initiative nila para makuha yung mga first bloods natin dito. In fact, they also forced out yung Lover Boys to take another proactive position to rotate back around matapos matalo sa mga gunfights si Kai at saka si Miyuna. So, really good job for Just Us to recognize that fact. They got the 3-1. And the beacon dart again sa likod ng site sa A. Pero hindi niya na alam. Par Schofield is all holed up dun sa pipes. Ready and waiting to strike with his dash primed up. But Built is also a possibility. So pwede siyang mag-peek dun. Pwede siyang malabanan ng apat. Nawala yung dash. Si Lampy Rouge. First blood in. Hunter's Fury activated as well from the Sova. Giving a lot of time for them to work with. In fact, it also forces everyone from Lover Boys to go back for when they started in that previous round. That B-site rotate.
Oh my, this is going to be quite deadly though, considering that the side of Just Us is pretty good in terms of pickups as well, specifically Second Love, just like we have witnessed here. There's going to be a struggle, and he would be able to get another equalizing numbers here from both sides, but
Blow 'em up, Mosh.
seems like they are definitely trying to prevent them from planting. Someone's already low as well, so they better act quick and careful.
Oh no. Yeah, Vanchel, good with the shots too as well. And yung maganda din dito for Just Us is that they denied the plant from
30
going down.
seconds
So a
left.
lot of time bought, but Lover Boys still have the man count advantage. Psycho
enemy
yet to
remaining.
get a frag, dealt with agad, all on the 1v2.
player
And Super
standing.
Corazon's on fire! He swings it! The 1v1 now. And Lloyd Dream is yet to make a move, but he only has 16 HP,
10
making
seconds
Corazon
left.
cautious of his next move now.
Spike planted.
Planting the spike down, but no info on where he's going to be coming from, so he has to be careful. Goes back to the green position, and Lloyd Dream has to clear every single angle kasi hindi niya alam kung saan nagposisyon si Corazon. Pero yung turret, naririnig niya. So maybe may idea siya kung saan siya magdadrop. May maririnig niya siguro kung bumaba siya dito sa second floor. Pero now, oh, the turret might even kill him. No, dodges away from it. Pero he's in a wide angle. Only gets the tap here. Doesn't even know that Corazon's all the way from green. And with the tap, with the shot, all the way from that green position, Corazon clutches the 1v2.
My, he really thought that the dude is not snowman, no? Which is actually a good thing. Like, you can play mind games just by thinking strategically where you will be able to put the spike down, and that can actually mislead your opponents, specifically in those types of situations that are quite crucial, right? The positioning is quite crucial. But now, really well played here from the side of Super Corazon. We are looking out into good advantage here for the side of Just Us. Still, they have one more round. It's still early after all, and we have some ultimates already available for Super Corazon, and one shot to take Hunter's Fury and as well as the lockdown. So let's see if they will be able to use this up to their advantage.
Leaving the operator dun sa B, and they also invest yung Viper's Petito, so that's a surefire way of denying them, and now they know na yung up all the way from that yellow position, but they know na ang dami nila sa A, but where Schofield still decides to take the shot, pero doesn't know that the Jet, his counterpart, is on top of him. Shimeyuna will take that one for one. He's happy to take that yellow position as they commence the spike plant this time around, but it gets denied thanks to the molly set up by the Gecko. Corazon realizes this, so he plants it down into the 4v4. Aster, good shot through, and yet again, we have a 4 versus 3 on our hands.
Oh, lockdown already gonna be put down here at the side as well, preventing them, but Hunter's Fury will be activated. Shimmy Yuna gets that pick up with the operator, but Lloydria will be running down for the trade. Two more people here onto the entry, being blocked by the Viper's wall, but not quite sure if he's gonna go and contest this. Will be securing one, but will eventually be traded. And even though namatay siya eventually, nakuha niya pa yung isa, ha?
Yeah, man. Taking one to the grave with him. But it was a very costly round. In fact, hindi lang sa pera nila, hindi lang sa ekonomiya nila, pero they also invested a very pivotal ultimate. Wanchel with his Hunter's Fury was good enough to destroy yung lockdown ni Lloyd Dream. Ang problema lamang ay hindi yun enough kasi by the time that they got the spike plant down, they had no control over yellow. They already took care of Lampy Rouge, who was a menace doon sa green position. So Wanchel was alone. He was behind the Viper's wall, and he had no choice but to fight that 1v4 scenario. Another shot through yet again for Aster as he starts a 3-man push all the way from that mid-bottom. Look at how fast they rotate. Lover boys have no awareness about this. So once they turn their backs, they have to be prepared. About 4 people rushing onto him. Kaso na-dodge na yung trash. He pushes with the classic. Par Schofield and Scaston Love, they do deal damage through. And against all odds, they made this a 1v4. Par Schofield with the Blade Storm. Shimmy Yuna doesn't want to see the VOD anymore.
Wow.
He says delete it. Walang nangyari. Hindi ako nag-whiff.
Now, what are you saying? What are you talking about? I don't think I saw that, you know? I don't think it happened, dude. But that's actually a good play. Like, the other side or the first didn't necessarily expect that is gonna happen, you know? Like, every single one of them are just thinking like, is A good? I mean, we keep on doing A, so why not? Let's go for it, until they saw like a huge chunk of just us team flanking, and before they even know it, they don't even know what to do. I mean, they got no other choice but to commit to A. So really good pressure being put on here by Just Us.
And Just Us, always the proactive team to make strategies like this, right? 4-man pushes, 4-man lurks, and sometimes the one that counts is the one that makes the most impact. Lampy Rouge, early thrash, clears every corner, knows where the mollies are going to be at. So you look at Shimmy Yuna, the forward positioning, and Wanchel to trade it off immediately. That's the first 1-0 so far, and Kai finally will put the Viper's pit down.
Loving the utilization of the ultimates here. Par Schofield though be taking Shimmy Yuna down, and another really going berserk here alongside the other teammates. And so far though, they will be at the loss of what they should do next because their positionings are quite too far away from each other. But now they will try to contest and offer the free fire too. Second Love connecting those shots onto Lampy Rouge, and as well as Psycho onto this guy, Kai. And I guess it's safe to say that these guys are on the zone right now.
Yeah, the Just Us squad looking fired up to take yung isa sa mga qualifying spots papunta sa next stage ng Predator Kings of PH. You start off yet again with the early shot papunta dun sa new box, and by the end of things, Kai thought that he had the perfect angle, the perfect opportunity para wiggle around the shadows with that Viper's pit. However, by the time that they got screens control, they went out their long gunfights. Lloyd Dream had the angle, was able to neutralize the lockdown as well. So these ultis, although expensive, does not hit the mark as well. 62 scoreline para sa Just Us. Their defense is looking impeccable. You can also see that Lover Boys are also pressured to make the move themselves. Recon Bolt, pakatapos madrone. Kaya dapat Shimmy Yuna has to be worrisome about his next move now, as everybody from Just Us is cautious of this. The Gecko has already rotated up. He's also prepared with a Hunter's Fury kapag nagplant na yung spike. He even lets it out ngayon. Hindi na hinintay kung magpa-plant pa o hindi.
And also though, tama akyat lang si Wingman dito, and they'll be able to put the spike down, but Lloyd Dream at the sidelines, he would be able to get 3 in a row, falling Oh my! This dude! Sunod-sunod until Super Corazon na lang ang naiwan dito, even opting for the free fire here from Par Scofield.
Out of charges.
Lloyd Dream
7-2.
is one heck of a nightmare to deal with talaga. Kasi kung
Legit.
iisipin mo, you'd never expect this guy to be everywhere, anywhere, all at once at all talaga eh.
The dude is so crazy, being on a sentinel pick even, because before, like, he's pretty keen on playing the Jet, and we all know that Jet mains, when they switch into a role, they can't instantly make that specific role into a duelist or a pseudo duelist. So just like what we have seen here, he has been able to like shuri these 3 heads as targets at a range. So super clean. That's our Intel power player right there here from Lloyd Dream. And so far, timeout is going to be activated here for the side of Love Boys. And I wonder what they are about to think on this one, considering that they're onto a broken economy. They are struggling against the counterpart, despite the fact that they are the defenders. So what's the game plan?
I think, thinking about it, on the 2 wins that they had, they established the law of push and pull. Like, hindi sila nagko-commit sa side na kung saan sila nakakapanalo ng gunfights. By those times, they used yung B side kung saan sila mag-rotate, and one of the 2 times that they did that, they actually won. So, if they could try to like pinpoint that same accuracy or in precision kung kailan sila mag-rotate, that could be a big factor. But just as the kind of team na hindi mo talaga may expect yung mga strat nila eh. Nag-aapat silang nagpupush ng mid. Sometimes magpa-flank sila.
Yeah.
And sometimes they also push into the front lines of where they're defending. 3 people from Just Us willing to even fight for that B main control, but Lover Boys are gonna be keen to be avoiding this. They even push out with that util. Dizzy out. You see that Lampy Rouge does get caught. Again, nakuha na agad tong si Aster. Sheriff online, and again, remember, this was the low buy for them, so every pick counts, but Psycho does equalize things up. But Shimeyuna loses
Oh!
the point. But Schofield surprising the odds, surprising his competition, and almost a kill para kay Shimeyuna. Kaso, nagulat din siya.
Yo, these guys from Just Us, they're scary, man. Like, imagine using the power positions here on their end in order to lead the prey, which is Lover Boys, into a specific situation where they got no choice but to just continue on what they're doing. Like, they're setting up these types of traps, which is so good, because they're making them reactive in some sort of way just by utilizing the flanks and pulling up some really interesting strats every single round. It's always something new that is not being expected here by the side of Lover Boys. But other than that, it seems like we're seeing a really good pick-off here from Aster, pushing forward, backing out, getting another onto Lambert Rouge, and being assisted by Lloyd Dream in the process. These 2, just at A side, they are holding it down, and they've got no other choice but to receive all the blows here. Lover Boys, they're just falling apart.
Last
Falling apart
round in the half.
at the seams as well, no? Napakahirap din na kung saan nila kukunin dapat yung spike. So, no choice but to fight dito on the side of Super Corazon. And Lover Boys at the brink of defeat with a 9-2 first half so far na hindi pa matatapos in towards this last round of the first half. So, ano kaya i-approach ni Wanchel at ni Lampy Rouge ang laban na ito? Shimeyuna hasn't been doing too hot. And Par Schofield, Lloyd Dream, well, you can see the opposite for them so far, as they've been hunting for kills left and right. Aster also affected. The Dizzy has been knocking him down. And Lloyd Dream, early usage of that lockdown. Castle Hunter's Fury activated. You also see the Molly set up. Shimeyuna gets another. And Aster forced out of the fight means that they have to fight this man down.
But we all know that there is some certain advantage here for the side of Just Us in terms of retake. Lloyd Dream opting for that wall bang at the Regionite Box. Tinitigan pa Farsco will rescue though, and Bladestorm still
One
active here
enemy
on
remaining.
this guy. They're just pushing forward, really preventing them from defending the spike further. Second Love will be opting for the defuse, while the rest is just gonna wait it out.
Last player standing.
If this guy wants to be able to trade it off, but no, that is not going to be the answer, and they won't get the chance to do so, and that marks the end of our first half. Grabe.
That is
Switching
a
sides.
collaborative effort para sa dalawang players on Just Us, man. And it wouldn't have worked out if they weren't able to trade each other off. That's the thing. That's the thing about esports, man. It's not just about the game and players. It's also about the many creators collaborating to build this extraordinary world. And now, we're inviting the community to be part of this creative journey by designing a character to represent the Asia Pacific Federal League with its whole prize pool of 20,000 USD up for grabs. This is your chance to leave your mark on the gaming landscape. So hurry up, ladies and gentlemen, because submissions close on May 15. That's right, May 15 para sa 23,000 pesos. So submit nyo na ang artworks nyo.
Yeah, you've got 4 more days to conceptualize, I guess. And good luck for anyone who's gonna join here. And of course, for more details, check out Predator Gaming via social media accounts, Predator XP Hub Discord server, and all across social media. So yeah, check it out.
Spike
Lang
down
Rouge
mid.
though, going back into action. Ay, kakasimulang just we're talking about our spills. This guy has been able to get to already. Buti na lang, merong sumanggyuni ni dito.
He's just crazy, man. This is a guy that has made his mark sa local scene, gets into a break, so we don't see him for a very long time, comes back in, and now makes his mark with 2 kills on the CT side. They're down 8 rounds, yes. Pero, they could possibly make this round count. Kaso Second Love rushing in, knife out, Kaso Kai, 1 shot to the dome, but Lloyd Dream will make the dream possible. 2v2, 45 seconds. Enough time, ample time para makapag-plan.
Spike
Kaso
planted.
nahuli
One
itong
enemy
si Par
remaining.
Schofield. All left up to Lloyd Dream. And the dream is very much alive and well. Sheriff in hand, spotted 1. Kaso natalo kayo Wanchel in that 3-10 score line. It is Lover Boys that keep themselves in the mark.
Long way to go. 10-3, it's still a long way to go. There's a good glimpse of hope though para dito sa side ng Lover Boys, and I guess it's just the start, more specifically that, I don't know, do you think that Icebox is a defender-sided map? Because I think so.
I think in a way it is kasi nagiging minigame kasi yung free round where once you get that green position and yellow, it's all about getting the spike plant down eh.
Yeah.
And whoever wins that mini game of dropping the spike really has that advantage set forward. Kasi now you're in an open spot, now you're in an awkward position. And sometimes yung A rushes hindi mag-work out, then sometimes you go for the defaults. And usually yung mga galing kitchen, yung mga galing dun sa B green, yun usually yung mga may advantageous positions eh. So yeah, I'd say it's defender-sided.
True, like there's more space for them to try and pull out new strategies, kumbaga, no? But Kai, medyo delikado ata yung position na dito, but you will be able to see someone, and yep, he will be getting some damage from that encounter against the side of Just Us. They are going to put the spike down here, but gonna be halted, unfortunately. But now, just waiting for them to get any further moves. Someone from the back lines will be meeting them. Lloyd Dream once again getting 2. And they will be forced to back out.
Fast rotate. Yung ganito
Still, yeah.
kabilis yung kanilang response. Just Us, after nila i-attempt yung B-side plant, it was all a fake all along. Wala tuloy tao dun sa A. Lampy Rouge at least, he will take out yung mole na si Lloyd Dream all the way from that mid-side. Ang cute ni Wingman eh, no? Kaso mapapatay lang ni Wanchel. Oh my God, Aster! What a beautiful shot from this Sova. And Psycho follows with a classic. It is all left up to Shimiyuna. Second dome taken care of, but Far Schofield will get the 11th round. That was so close, too close for comfort, man.
They forced a rotate. Grabe no, what a good call. Like, it just means that that's how much information that they've got from the 2 frats that they've secured, and they instantly made the call. You know what? Sige, so that everyone's gonna force to rotate, and we will be able to buy more time for ourselves. Why not mag-A na lang din tayo? So, really great play here for the side of Just Us, and they will try to offer the B site once again. Kaido with the Sheriff will be taking some damage once again, will be dealing the same thing on the counterpart, which is their Viper, but let us see if he'll be able to get something. Shock Dart not connecting, but there's already a lot of space being freed here by Schofield. So this is going to be really crucial. A second love will be able to get Kai as well. Continuously gunning them down as one shall try for the trade here, using a Guardian, securing two. But now,
Last player
they'll
standing.
try to retake this fight off the disadvantage of Super Corazon. Never mind.
Nako, match point na tuloy ang
Match
Just
point.
Us. And look at the amount of space that they took after nila makuha yung spike plant down. They were willing to take yung Snowman and surprise them with orange fights all across the board. One more round para ma-secure ng Just Us ang kanilang spot sa susunod na stage ng Predator Kings of PH. And well, Lover Boys don't have the buy to actually compensate for this loss. Si Wanchel at saka si Shimeyu na lang yung may Guardian kasama si Kai. But Kai has been dealing with a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny. Of course, Schofield, look at the damage done kay Kai, but Shimeyu is pretty quick to answer back with it. But Psycho and Aster, look at that double swing. Kai and Shimeyu were not prepared for that at all.
Definitely not prepared, and we have been able to see and witness that too. But now, Lamperouge securing the latest frag, and the rest of the people here are at Snowman. So Crash will be getting some sort of info, but regardless, I don't think they need that even because my Dream is at this area, and he'll be able to get that quick pick off and ending this match with a 13-3 clutch. Ay, tindi naman.
Napakatindi talaga. Just Us have proven their worth and they have solidified their place sa susunod na matchup in the Predator Kings of PH. We'll see them on the next times that we'll see them perform dito sa ating single elimination groups. But you know, what a wacko way to do it. It was a statement all across from one of the top 8 teams dito sa VCT. Pero kudos talaga sa ating Lover Boys kasi they put up one hell of a fight in the early game.
Tawa ko dun sa kinawi ni Lloyd Dream. Mag-brown out na po, sabay alis na sa Pero, yeah, it's so good, no? With just a KDA of 23, 7, and 4 for Lloyd Dream, and Schofield being able to do, like, the bulk of the work of putting down or laying down the red carpet for these teams to entry onto, regardless of being on the defense as well. Like, this dude is so aggressive, diba? And we have been able to see still that there are some sort of effort that's coming from the side of Lover Boys, but it's just unfortunate because they're always walking into the traps being set up by the side of Just Us. But still a nice try, and I guess it's going to be a good experience for them to improve themselves further, and I guess we'll see them onto the next stage here for Just Us. Congrats, mga pre.
Congrats nga talaga mga pre. They have shown that they can contend with the top teams dito sa loob ng Predator Kings of PH. And well, with the bracket dictating it, you'll be seeing them sa susunod na stage nga naman. At kung makakapag-contend sila sa mga players katulad ng mga nasa OSC, katulad ng mga nasa SR na. Pero, you know, when in doubt, talagang makikita kung sino talaga yung on top dito. We'll be taking a little bit of a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Pero pagkabalik, we'll have the BO1 setup para sa mga pinakahuli na qualifying spots para sa susunod na stage ng Predator Kings of PH. It's gonna be Scatter versus Imperial Titans Pacific. We'll be tuning in, so wag kayong aalis.
It is the smallest PC that features this GPU. Upgrade your gaming experience with the Predator Orion X.
with the Predator Helios 3D15 Spatial Labs Edition.
The 13th gen Intel Core i9 HX processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 GPU, and our custom-engineered Aeroblade cooling, alongside liquid metal over the CPU.
Delivering intuitive interaction and immersive sensation through technologies like advanced sensory solutions, optical display, and the latest real-time rendering technologies.
With the Helios Neo 16. 13th gen Intel Core processor? Check. GeForce RTX 40 series graphics? Of course. As for cooling, the Helios Neo includes Predator's custom-engineered cooling solutions listed here, with our unique Aeroblade fans and liquid metal thermal grease. Predator Triton 17X laptop. This powerhouse features a GeForce RTX 4090 with a max TGP of 175 watts. The Acer Nitro XC452 CUV at 44.5 inches with a 32:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio and 1500R curvature. Predator Orion X. The Intel Core i9 13900KS Special Edition processor boasts 24 cores, a flagship NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090. It is the smallest PC that features this GPU. Upgrade your gaming experience with the Predator Orion X.
Wala nang hintay-hintay pa. Ako ay gusto nang makanood ng susunod nating laban. Kaya why not start off with our second qualifying match between Scatter and Imperial Titans Pacific. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Predator Kings of PH. My name is Ramon. With me is Mochi. Mochi, napakaganda na laban natin kanina, pero alam mo kung ano mas maganda?
Ano, mas maganda?
Ng Valorant all around, kasi right now VCT Pacific is still in full swing, so stay tuned for all the action by following Predator Gaming and VCT Pacific channels for the latest tournament updates. Playoffs ngayon at bukas finals na, pre.
Yeah, and balita ko, something's cooking up. But stay tuned na lang sa official page natin ng Predator Gaming. And of course, parang kanina lang pinapanood natin to nung ano pa, no? No, before tayo ganun sa broadcast, we're just chilling, looking at, why did he go Greyna? No, he's a player. But anyways, other than that, but we are gonna proceed onto this new Best of One series featuring Imperial Titans Pacific and as well as Scatter. What are some information that we got from these teams so far?
Well, the thing is, right, both of these teams are newly acquired or newly formed rosters para lang makalaro dito sa Predator Kings of PH. Nakapaglaro na ang Scatter sa mga previous tournaments before this. And napakalapit ng isang player nila sa monitor
Kaya ako
or sa
natawa.
camera nila. Ito ba yung POV ng monitor habang naglalaro yung mga malalapit sa monitor? Ito ba yung feeling?
Parang siyang yung mga yung mga anime scene na pagka na bad trip or naging insane na yung main character. Ganun
Yeah,
yung
true.
angle.
Pero going back to this, right? So we already saw what Scatter can put onto the table, right? And it was against yung old Stinky Cat roster. Nandun si Dignified, si Owen Cutie, and they had, I wouldn't say one heck of a matchup. I think it was a pretty unfortunate incident, I would say, for Scatter. They faced up against one of the top teams sa BCT. So they're on their second leash on life. Kaso ang kalaban nila ngayon is Imperial Titans Pacific, which we don't really have that much info since it's also a newly formed organization. I believe this org was formed around the MYSG organization, and they acquired a PH roster. So this team is looking to make their mark on one of their first tournament debuts right here in the Kings of PH.
Quick, definitely giving up a strong introduction by joining here in the qualifiers of Kings of PH, specifically the third one. But we are yet to see if there is going to be something different here, considering that these are mostly some new players. Scatter, I remember them joining like the Cyberfest back in SM Clark, Pampanga. And they have been able to like advance almost to the semifinals or even the semifinals, but I cannot remember that much. But that is just like a quick statement or estimate of their capabilities and abilities. So we're about to see if they will or they have been able to grow with all of the time that we have is like 5 weeks. Ilang scrim kaya yung kanilang nilabanan, ilang tournament na kanilang sinalihan, and how many ranked games have they been able to take individually in order to become better as a player. So that's something that we are gonna check out right here, right now.
I don't know about you, Mochi, but I'm pretty excited. Pretty flustered about what we're gonna see here. So why don't we head on into the map selection? It is the map of Bind. Kung kanina lamig na lamig kayo sa Icebox at kung naiinit din kayo sa Sunset, initin natin lalo. Nasa Bind na tayo. The map we're playing in the middle of a desert. We're playing in the middle of a market. We're also fighting up against two sites where it's also very possible for you to teleport on the other side of the map. So you're gonna expect a lot of passive play, a lot of default positions. Or maybe, just maybe, they could switch things up kapag gusto na nakunin yung hook at saka yung U-Haul position that early on.
Yeah, and most importantly, I have been able to see some games here from the side of Scatter. They really revolve more around like a really passive setup. But in terms of this one, now that we have the bind back as the map, there is like a possibility that they will be forced to offer a fast-paced play. But once again, TVs are there, some sort of shenanigans definitely available for them to use, and hopefully we'll be able to see some interesting Asian compositions from here on. Most likely the Brim's gonna be there, the Cypher's gonna be there, but I wonder if there will be some newer agents from the lineups we'll be able to use.
Look, I just gotta remind you, Mochi, that Clove is still available to be picked up. One of the first, or actually the first and only time that Clove has been picked up was OSC, and si Fall X yung mismong dumurog sa Scatter, kaya sila nandito sa second nilang time na mapag-qualify dito. So, will Clove also be picked up dito sa matchup na ito? Kasi sometimes Clove can be really good on this sort of map. Can be played somewhat like an Omen or somewhat like any other dome scope that you would expect.
An aggressive controller.
Ito na yung match picks natin, and it is the double initiator comp for Imperial Titans Pacific. Now, very important that we highlight like kung ano yung initiators. You decide to put a lot of your trust into the Sky, despite the nerfs being put onto the character. The essence is still there. The flashes are still impeccable. And you bundle that up with the Gecko that has been rising above the meta, showing that sometimes utility is the best way to approach any given scenario.
This is really interesting, no? Like, you can see both of the lineups are drastically different from each other, and they have like sharp blades but different formats in a way. Like the other is more on the blanks, the utility, specifically the initiators, just like what you have mentioned. But from the counterpart, scatter is like a double duelist lineup that we would love to see, because that just means that they'll try to offer an aggressive play onto this one. But let us see if they will be able to successfully do that, considering that there's like this hindrance of having a Cypher here, specifically Epenzil. 1337 is on that agent specifically. So yeah, just in a bit we'll be heading on to and jumping right into the map of Bind. But other than that, I wonder who will be, or if Imperial Titans Pacific would be able to spearhead some power plays here, most specifically that the Gecko is on their lineup.
Gusto ko lang malaman kung si Mazzy yung nag-fist bump sa camera. Kasi gusto ko din siyang sagutin dito no? Fist bump
Possibly, yeah.
Ito,
You might be.
Nag-fist bump na kami. Si Mazzy, kung siya nga yung nag-fist bump, edi good luck sa iyo, brother. Good luck sa everybody on Imperial Titans Pacific. I do wonder about like the idea about like the matchup, or actually the team composition that they have put up for themselves. Does this mean that they're gonna be aggressively fighting short position, or is this a way for you to like build some conditioning? Because sometimes the reason why you would put out double initiator is not only to supply that much utility and info to your duelist, but you could also use that to bait your opponents, diba? Because sometimes hindi katulad ng Sky dati na pwede mong gamitin yung sa mga birds pang info in the early round. Pero what if you use that as to bait that much cover, that much information para sa other team, tapos di mo alam, hindi pala sila doon pupunta, di ba? Kapag rotate ng yung iba, at doon pa sila atake sa kabilang side ng mapa. So you'll never know. Mind games has always been a huge currency in a map like Bind. But anyways, sometimes mind games is not consistently the best way to go through. Kaya tingnan lang natin sa firepower nila kung makakapanalo ng fights itong si Maui para sa side ng ITP, or will Scatter actually put out their first push.
Yeah, let's check it out. Most importantly, na yun din yung advantage of having multiple initiators on this one. Like, there's tons of utilities that you can possibly use. May blind pa silang tatlo. So, you know, they can pull up some really good plays requiring the coordination of other people from this one as well. So, ayun, it's already up to them paano nila gagawin yun. Mukhang nagbabarilan lang sila dito sa spawn. Habang may pause, but yeah.
Buti na lang na walang friendly fire dito. Kung hindi, patay na tong si Maui kanina pa.
Real.
Ubus
They're
na
just...
yung pera. Ubus na yung bullets ni Sedzera kasi kanina.
Kaya pa sila nag-spray sa isa't isa, you know? Like, seems like
diba?
they're on a good mood, yeah. Good mood.
I mean, we already talked to Sedzera about it. Nakikipagkulitan pa nga tayo sa lobby with him. And then, tinatanong ko siya, are the vibes good? Kamusta kayo? Are things okay? And then suddenly, he just tells me na, you know, oo, magkasama kami sa grade 4. Pero, just, I don't think I was that young. I don't think I was that old para makatch up tong si Sedzera all the way to grade 4. But anyways, you know, that's besides the fact. Eto, Mochi, sasabihin ko sa'yo, napapansin mo ba that nobody in this lineup is picking up the Viper, which is the most commonly picked kung double controller yung ipipick mo?
Yeah, that's true. And we already know like the repercussions from that one. Kung gagamit ka ng Viper in a smaller map, I might as well use a Breach, rather a Brimstone. Lalong-lalo na you have like a couple of post-plant utilities that you can readily use instead of a Viper na 50-50 kung tatama yung Snake type po, and pwede pang mahinder. And, you know, it's been limited considering that there has been a debuff that we have been able to discuss earlier on. So, yeah, much better to offer a Brimstone.
Diba? Yeah, mas consistent yung Brimstone. You can see that the Molly is the longest Molly that we've had in Valorant so far. I think the Mosh is... The thing about the Mosh is that it's not one of the strongest mollies kasi may detonation time pa. So may time pa para makaalis dun sa detonation yung kung sino man yung nasa loob ng molly na yun. But it's so big. Nakalculate pa nga ng isa mga YouTubers na napanood ko. I don't remember kung sino. Pero it's almost as big as the orbital strike na pwede mailabas ng Brimstone. You know? So, you know, malaking coverage kapag magmamolly ka. Kaya usually a lot of teams like to pick up like yung Gecko sa map like Lotus kasi yung mismong molly is big enough to like pad down yung buong site ng C at saka yung buong site ng B.
Yeah, actually, there's like tons of possibilities you can do then with the gecko, no? Most specifically, pagka meron kang trash, matic, pwede mo rin siyang magamit in a pause-line situation in case that you want to gun down any passive players just waiting in no specific position until na mag-push kayo. You can do so as well, free more space, delay them from doing whatever that they needed to do. So, definitely good that Gecko has been able to be integrated na rin sa meta natin ngayon.
Kaya nga ease of use and compared to a breach that has more utility arguably, mas madaling i-integrate yung Gecko sa kahit anong gusto mong gawin sa buhay. So we're heading on into the game. It is almost a mirror composition, double duelist para sa Scatter. Pero ang kalaban nila ay si Zera doon sa B-Long. Hindi lang yon, si Efenzi na din napapasok with that first blood. Second frag coming in for Zera as they trade up blow for B-Long. Lots of bodies on the floor doon sa may fountain position at may naglo-lurk pa nga all the way from that A-site position.
And so far, B is ready for them to take, but parang wala naman atang nagpo-push considering that yung ITB talagang pinapraya nila yung pag retake dito just in case, pero they're already making their way here, creeping onto the backside, but tremendous amount of damage will be dealt here dito kay Mazzy, kaya naman kakailanganin nilang kumalma.
Kalma pa nga, kaso Klid, ayan na nga yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, man. Klid has been one of the talking points for this squad. An early 1 versus 2 now, neutralizing the threat, and Zeta is getting closer, Seb! What is that shot? Inhuman reactions para sa Gecko ng City side. And it's all on him. Kaso Ronan has always been on backside, taking care of the mole inside of B. Pero sobrang lapit ng laban na yun. You can see that it was so close for both of these teams. But in the end, it has always been Ronan who was that constant factor doon sa una nilang laban. And now he is the one that ends the fight itself.
Definitely a good one here for the side of Scatter, you know. And just of course, this is going to be your info power play. Kicking off the first round here, Klid 5, getting that 2 people, you know, in that instant. It is definitely a good thing. Getting the boost here, specifically here in the second round, and they might be pushing on to from long. Walang magbuhuka dito because they really want to play this safe. Trailblazer going and detecting some people. 2 people on his face, but Yup still had it in him. 2 people on his end were secured, and now they are yet to put the spike down.
Gamit na yung smoke. Meron pang ang bot, so alam nilang nandito na nakapag-rotate. Zeta and Yux have this all in the bag. You'd know that this is a full composition for Scatter, and they want to punch their ticket back in with the 2-0 victory. A flawless to take that B-site control. It was a little bit a yikes all the way from Yux doon sa pag-push siya on B-Long. No coverage at all. At nung nakapasok na siya ng site, kalimutan na natin yung dash. Nakipaghalikan siya dun sa mga dalawa na nag-push sa kanya. I believe it was the Cypher, but now it doesn't matter at all. Kasi he picks up the Vandal from that previous round, he integrates it to the next. As well as Klid and Zeta picking up most of the firepower for the next round. So that means this bonus doesn't really act as a bonus at all. As long as Yux and Ronan are able to pick up the 2 picks, then they will get the free upgrades and back for everybody else on the squad. Maui has to be careful kasi spam siya sa loob ng smoke dito. Showers is now in full contention. They also got the orb. So that's one of the things, one of the motivations taken away from Scatter. But they can still play around the smoke. May pang heal up pa nga sila dito to the sky.
Okay. Abang-abang. Ibabato ba ang blinds? Mukhang hindi. They'll be forced to back out onto that one because the pressure is just too much at the bats area. Mag-off sila ng reset dito for the side of Scatter, and it is going to be a good shift in terms of position, trying to go into the A side. Mosh Pit will be preventing them from pushing into putting out the delay, but a lot of people here at U-Haul though, but they will be able to get 1, and that is Seb. Here from the backside, securing 1 offer trade here from Maui and Klid 5. just continuing on the cycle here. The rest of the people, 3 people in U-Haul pa rin. Oh my, it is a death wish from Epenzi until Zera will be left alone and eventually taken down. Team Ace here for the side of Scatter.
Nung nagsimula yung Valorant, may meta kung saan kapag nanalo ka ng pistol, second round, usually the force or the full buy will be Spectres. But as the years roll by, as the years go on, the meta has shifted in a way that okay lang na may isa or dalawang may Vandal sa susunod na round. Kasi that will translate better into the third bonus round. Hindi na tuloy naging factor. Kung may rifles nga ang players on Imperial Titan Pacific kasi napushan sila agad dun sa showers. They got map control dahil dun. At because they're all holed up in U-Haul, it was only a matter of time before Nier. She goes gung-ho all the way towards the back of that truck. So 3-0 to start with para sa attacking side. Flawlessly taking these pistols. And now, forcing them on the eco round means that the Penzi's in a lot of trouble. He's hold up on that U-Haul position. Kaso Nier, konti na lang. Mapapatay pa nga. And Penzi taken care of. With Yux trading it off 1 by 1. With Zeta picking up the pieces for themselves. It's an early 1-2.
Spike planted.
Forcing out the 3 to start with.
It's been taking it back from that one, but at least they managed to take or pull it off. And now, a 3v4 in action, some damage from the mosh pit, definitely preventing them to offer that retake, no? And also knowing that they have that difficulty in terms of guns, they would not stand a chance. They managed to take split 5 though, but it's not gonna impact much for the side of Scatter. And now they are down to 4 points. No answer for the side of Imperial so far.
Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing, especially kay Yux kasi now he has no hesitation despite the lack of clearance doon sa is mga tripwires. It's okay kasi by the time that he does so, he has a better gun in his hands. He just keeps spraying down itong si Epenzi who was hold up doon sa may pag-push ng hookah, waiting for the one-way to take place. Kaso now, it's an aggressive usage of the orbital strike. U-Haul already fried up. Kaso, makapapush pa rin si Nier. Judge in hand, gets one kay Mazzy. Spotted na agad kung saan manggagaling. Everybody from Scatter taking their positions sa post plant into the 4 versus 5.
Dude, that entry is so good with the Judge. Really good pick up here from Nier, but now Showstopper already activated here from Maui, being combined with the Crash even. Someone's gonna be stunned. Hindi mo makikita, but he'll be able to get it down. But now, Zera, we trying to jump into the butt, but Zeta will be answering back. Securing a couple here from the Bats area. 1v2, Molly, great lineup here from Colid 5. And we are gonna see how Maui will try to address this one, trying to offer a fake defuse, but Zeta will be quicking up to catch up. And now, these dudes are just unstoppable.
Unstoppable and forced to make decisions again on the side of Imperial Titans Pacific. Look at Nier and the speed of how he takes that forward position. Alam mong hindi prepared si Mazzy doon sa angle na yon, and once they got showers control, it was all for nothing now para sa defensive side kasi may dalawa na nakahold ng angle. May tao doon sa short, may tao doon sa showers, and wala masyadong oras kasi may Molly pang nagluluto sa kung sino ang magdi-defuse ng spike. A 5-0 score for Scatter, looking to sweep the competition ngayon. Nier with an entry attempt yet again, and it's all well supplemented ngayon kasi nakoncuss si Epenzi. And the tripwires do not do anything to stop them.
Spike planted.
My, you can see how the confidence accumulates here for the side of Scatter, but someone's gonna be blinded, and he would still manage to get some kills here, being supported by the rest of the squad. Judge will just gonna connect onto Mai, but not enough damage. But here it is, the battalion approaching him, and eventually he would face his demise. 6-0 na tayo dito ngayon. Scatter walang tigil, and paunti-unti nakikita mo kung gaano sila nagiging mas dedicated doon sa mga pushes na ginagawa nila. Kasi alam nila na mag-work at mag-work yung mga rushes nila. And Imperial will always come unprepared of what's about to happen.
Yeah, just using their past experiences para makuha yung mga quick reads sa kung paano nila i-approach yung pag-push nila dito. Fully utilizing yung speed ni Yux at saka ni Nier to full perfection. And not even needing to use these duelists to like try to bait themselves out, try to use these duelists para malaman ko saan yung trips kasi they've been dodging the trips back-to-back rounds. Doon sa A site na kung saan hinohold ni Epenzi using the tripwires on elevation where hindi ma-reach itong si Yux at saka si Nier. Using both their updrafts, using both their satchels to dodge away from these points of util para makakuha sila ng map control, hindi tuloy makakuha ng answer back yung Imperial Titans Pacific. Forcing a timeout, talking about these things that they need to resolve, like kung saan dapat ilalagay itong si Epenzi at kung lalabanan nga ni Epenzi yung si Yux at si Nier, paano ipa-place yung tripwires dito kasi I've only seen a handful of times na naapektuhan si Yux at si Nier. They're doing a really good job with their maneuverability para hindi sila maapektuhan at all with the util. It's just that good.
Get out of my way.
Definitely good. And I feel like they're about to make it better later on, but they are going to opt for a shift here. Zeta will be discovering someone. Mozzie taking some damage, but they will go and back out. They want to play this safe, respecting their opponents, but something is gonna disrespect the latter. Yux with the Blade Storm, securing 2. Tamang updraft lang, iko-connecta din, pero 3v4. We are yet to see if these guys from Imperial would be able to take it back.
Oh no, front line already defended. Tapos may makapag-flash pa nga Ronan. A lot of trouble, but he's the only bastion of hope that they have para sa Elbow Squad. Orbital Strike and spots on Seb and Maui taking the first 2 picks, 3v1. And Zeta has been taken care of as well. Thanks to the Orbital Strike, thanks to the amount of times that they have won these gunfights, going so long angles. Now they fight back. Imperial Titans Pacific get the first round on the board.
Their first round after a while. Personally, I'm not quite sure what's about to happen right now because ngayon lang uli nila nababawi yung economy nila from earlier on. It's been a series of like buying and saving and there is no ROI from the previous rounds. Pero right now, they have like really good ultimates here just in case that they really want to use this mid to end of the round. And I feel this is going to be really, really helpful for them to try and take back any possible sites just in case the scatter managed to like get into whatever site at the current time. Pero yun nga, kailangan pa rin nila mag-ingat because on the latter side, they also have the showstopper here on the hands of Nguyen as well as Runan with the same Seekers. But yeah, they're taking their time here and preparing the best.
Yeah. I mean, may potential kasi nakita mo, they were taking very proactive decisions. You can see that in the early round, Epenzi, or actually si Zeta, he was endangered of getting pushed upon, flashed away by Seb at si Mazzy because of the smoke that they put out. That's pressure. And if they attempt that in a couple of these rounds, hindi sila makakapasok, diba? Kaso at this point, Nier is uncontested sa paggamit ng showstopper that finds Epenzi with Yux using the bullet before the rocket lands its mark. An early 1-0 so far. Take care na agad si Epenzi. So wala na yung tripwire, wala na yung cam, wala silang info kung saan naka-place yung post plant. Ang alam lang nila sa B-site naka-plant.
And not even only that, kasi Yux is just powering through the rest of people here, securing a 4K and almost an ace if it weren't for Khalid securing the last kill here, which is Seb, and even pulling off a flawless round. Yux. Okay, I remember now. This guy is always like the person that us are for trap fragging. At least from my knowledge nung nasa Pampanga. And there are some moments that he does some calls on their end. And those calls are mostly stemming from how he entries a specific site. So, laging merong mga side effects yung mga pag-entry niya. And mostly, it works. What we're seeing here though, showstopper will be pulled out, will force Zeta mag-back out, and ang hapdi nun. He's gonna be left with minimal HP.
Yux entering on wants to take the fight head-on sa loob ng A site. Kailangan ma-back away kasi wala silang pera, wala silang guns, only having sheriffs. Not the best scenario. Yooks on top, kaso taken down by Epenzi. Leading the 3 versus 2 para sa attacking side ng Scatter. Now knowing kung saan manggagaling si Maui. Now forced into a situation where he has to hold that shower side. At alam na si Zera, well, ngayon pa lang siya makakapag-rotate all the way from B side. So Clid, holding that bastion, holding that angle. Spots out agad tong si Sky. Doesn't need to commit to the fight. And Maui has already reconvened back. 3 players in U-Hall. Not in the best position, but well aware they have the better guns, so okay lang na naka-hold up sila dito. Numbers in favor yet again from the attack. Ronan getting another, and the knife was out. Zera fed with the shorty. Thanks to Zeta and Scatter, get the 8th round off of brute force yet again.
Bro, knife face to face? Man, you're disgusting. Lid. Ano yun? It's a 1-8. And there are a 7-round difference here for the side of Imperial. And obvious naman na medyo hirapan sila dito na mag-catch up in the counterpart because of how powerful they are in terms of their entries. And yun nga mga traps na sinaset up dito. Nila Epenzi is kulang. But you are gonna see the ultimate here. Orbital Strike will be placed there in order to destroy the traps down and prohibit the delays while these two will be able to get some pickups. Yooks, ang layo na narating and mukhang posible na madagdagan pa as they are just chasing down Seb. Run, Seb! Oh my.
Seb is just running. The whole 30 seconds of this post plant is just gonna be a cam of Seb and him hiding. You know, yan lang talaga yung state natin dito. Iiwan pa nila yung spike. Not even thinking about the possibility of him going back to A site, Ninja diffusing while everybody's here. He could just actually TP right now. Kasi nag-iisa lang yung kalaban niya doon. But he's not even thinking about that. He's only thinking about saving his gun. He even gets detained. Also gets stunned up because of the Trailblazer. Zeta with another shorty kill. Back to back. Para sa 9th round win ng Scatter. And again, ito yung sinasabi ko, Mochi. So the thing about the Cypher is that playing up against the double duelist comp with that much movement is gonna be a huge challenge kasi hindi mo alam kung mag-updraft ba si Yooks, hindi mo alam kung magsasatchel ba tong si Nier. There's a lot of ways that this double duelist comp can counter tong si Epenzi, and there's not much Epenzi can do other than to switch up his setup every single time.
And in this current situation, not gonna lie, I feel like it is even better for them to just stay at B. Kasi mas mabilis mag-set up or mas madali mag-set up ng tripwires sa mga ganong sitwasyon or para sa mga ganong sitwasyon itong si Epenzi. Pero yun nga, I feel like that's what they are about to do right now. Medyo mataas ang base na tripwires dito. Hihirapan sila pero still hindi noon enough para pigilan ang mga membro natin dito for the side of Scatter as Maui will be securing a bullet up to his skull here for Nier. Yooks, tamang ingat lang. Never mind, you go for the aggro. Secure 1, possibly 2. But he's backing up. Try mga caught off guard, but still, the point is going for the side of Scatter.
Magugulat ka pa ba kung ganito yung movement ni Yooks? Kung every single round that they try to find the Cypher, they're more than willing to fight him. Usually, sa mga gantong sitwasyon, you find the Cypher and you try to dodge away from his tripwires. But then this double duelist comp has been working out in a way that not only nullifies the value of these tripwires, but also nullifies the Cypher himself. Sa ilang beses silang nakapasok without that much contention. You're able to take the forward space, which gives a lot of confidence for Yooks and Nier to keep going overheat without any point of punishment. Nier again, back on the judge, entries on with one more dito. Nier is on fire, a madman! Somebody stop this guy, Mazzy! Is the guy to do it, a 4v2 with Zeta, lost on the fight, a double for Mazzy. But will that be enough ngayon na 3v2 ang laban ng Scatter?
Dude, Scatter is doing so well right now. They're on the top of their game on this one, but the Zera will try and attempt to off for a contestment onto this one. Be able to juke Yooks. as there is still a possibility for them to defuse, but I don't think time
One
gives them
enemy
the chance to
remaining.
do so. Mazzy getting 3 before being eliminated with just a single right click on Kirunan's face. Who will try to pull this off.
May time pa ba? May time pa ba? And
Yep.
just about. Point 37 para kay Sid Zera. And what a way to go to 3 bullets to the
Switching
dome
sides.
of his fellow counterpart, the Skydin. Para ma-save yung round na yun for the side of Imperial Titan Pacific. 2 to 10. Is it more than enough for them to salvage this round entirely? Nier has been one heck of a duelist every
Ooh, that's a
time
good
that he goes back onto a short, a judge in hand, always converted with 1 or 2 picks.
I mean, not gonna lie, at this point, I'm quite of a loss how they will be able to, like, get a good landslide of some points here para sa side ng Imperial. Kasi, we have seen that there is some sort of struggle of how they are actually trying to plummet down yung mga members natin DRL from the side of Scatter, but Cena decides to been swapped. If there is some other possibility as 2 people here at the Pats area will try to go for an aggressive stance once again, freeing more space for themselves. Dude's not gonna be blind!
Hindi
What?
siya na-trick, hindi nalaman ng Dizzy na nandun si Nier. Katabi lang ng Gecko, papasok pa rin. Another shot again for Nier, but Atenzi and Sedzera have made quick work to equalize the numbers. Bilong in control agad for the T-side. Zeta, he's a mole inside hookah, and he's looking to make impact. Kaso sa elbow pa rin sila mong gagaling. Sedzera caught up, and the bomb is within their grasp. Zeta is nowhere else to run but to fight off these 2 players, and Yux assisted, kaso nabait lang.
Dude, now a 2v2. One Zeta running low in health, but
Last player
still
standing.
managed to get someone as Klid comes to the rescue to deal the final blow. 11-2, you guys. Grabe naman yung ginagawa ng Scatter ngayon. I mean, despite of the fact that they're on the defense, you can see how confident they are na they will be able to gun down yung mga members natin dito from the side of Imperial. Kasi, I'm not quite sure if it's just a difference in terms of experience or game sense, but from what we're seeing right now, that seems to be the case. And now at this point in time, they're 1 more round away from the match point. I am quite unsure kung ano pa yung mga possible stances na pwedeng gawin dito ng Imperial.
Ang masasabi ko lang, it's a movement diff. Yun lang talaga. Yun yung naging difference dito sa team composition. Ronan,
Down B.
a little bit too costly for them to lose atong si Seb, and that outlaw pushing does not help their cause at all. An early 2 for nothing. Binigay na agad sa Scatter ng numbers advantage. They TP on and they surprise Clint. He gets 1 castle. It is the Stinger by forced out again for the T side of Imperial Titan Pacific. Pushed out all around. Mazzy sprayed on and Nier has been taken care of. At least may chance sila dito now that they planted the spike. Bulldog upgrade yet again. Yux in a lot of trouble. Gets 1. Kaso, leaving it all to Mazzy. Phantom upgrade. Pero Zeta says, I don't care about your Phantom. I don't care if nakapag-force spike kayo. They force now, again, the eco round for the next. Kaso, match point na.
Spike the Fury.
Yeah, they forced the match point too for the side of Scatter, and
Match point.
that just means that they have no choice but to work with the threats that they currently have right now.
Yeah.
And more is expected that they won't be able to get great guns like the Vandal or the Phantoms and whatnot. They'll be forced to use some assault rifles.
Yeah.
And quite unfortunate here for the side of Imperial Titans, but still a good opportunity for them to learn further and for Scatter to polish their craft, because they've been doing the same thing over and over again with doing some micro changes, which is actually great on their end. I just hope that they'll be able to be consistent once they face other teams, but now they might be attempting to go A for the side of Imperial.
Yeah, smoke up. And it's gonna be interesting if they actually do get through sa next round, kasi malay mo makalaban nila ang SR nakakagay. Malay mo makalaban din nila ulit yung OSC na mismong nagtalo sa kanila sa first qualifier, but that will stand as Yux. Sits in the corner, waits for Maui, gets another. Zera has been taken care of. And now Apenzi and Seb will fight all that they can hope for para dito sa cause ng Imperial Titans Pacific in the 2 versus 3. Guardian
Wait a moment.
already spotted doon sa may A short. Both players holding the semi-automatic rifle and knowing that they are against all odds. Nothing that they can hope for unless they get the pick off
30
doon
seconds
sa heaven
left.
position, and they know that Zayto's already holding that corner, so in that little gap they decide na itipi na lang doon sa loob ng muka. Kaso sino kalaban nila? Si Ronan! Gamit ng Judge! It is Scatter! A 13-2 domination on display dito sa qualifiers ng Kings of PH.
Dude, you can see how happy these guys are. I mean, we have just witnessed Scatter's peak form with Yux getting like a 21-9-3 in terms of KDA and as well as Mir on 13-3. Like, these two are just really crazy, most specifically kay Zeta then, because this dude is just really good in using the shorty and securing those kills. And I just hope that these members from the side of Imperial will be able to like mold themselves better. I mean, they're quite of a new team. Like, sinabi na rin natin yung kanina. But imagine kung makakapag-invest pa sila ng more time into honing their craft. This might actually be a really good contender in our future tournaments. Pero ngayon, for the side of Scatter, well played. And you can see the highlights from here as well of how good they are in terms of entrying and even securing some pickups here, regardless that they are on a 1v3, they will be able to get 2 of them still having the advantage. So, well played for Scatter, and I hope that they would get their retribution doon sa nagtalo sa kanila last time, like what you have said. And yeah, well played.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that we can talk about dito with Scatter kasi there's gonna be a lot of teams that are gonna be looking to make their mark, Scatter being one of them. Now they also have an opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, eliminate ang OSC kapag ka na kalaban nila dito sa single elimination bracket, diba? Or, you know, also contend against them dun sa grand finals if ever that we actually do get towards that point. Pero that's a little bit too early to tell, mga kababayan. And, well, against all odds, we have actually reached the point where we have 2 of our top 2 sa ating top 8 bracket that we will be flashing on the screen right now para malaman kung ano yung naging resulta sa lahat ng mga naging games natin. You can see that just us were the ones that actually went through doon sa top 2 natin kasama ang Scatter. So they're both gonna be advancing over to the playoffs. Unfortunate para sa teams like Ivy League, teams like Rank LQTs. Nasabi mo nga na isa sila sa mga pinakamalakas na nakita mo sa LAN. Hindi lang natin nakita on display yung laro nila dito kasi na-eliminate sila ng Lover Boys. So, you know, maybe we'll see them have their next shot sa susunod na qualifiers, and malay mo, second time is the charm. Katulad lang na nakita natin dito for the Scatter squad. Sir Mochi, bago tayo mag-wrap up, anything you want to say to all the teams that are heading on into the last qualifiers before we head it up into?
Well, good luck, and I hope you guys will be able to get the 2 last slots before our playoffs will actually commence. And lalong-lalo na, once again, mag-register na kayo. This is your last chance after all to participate here in Kings of PH 2024. And most likely, you will just see the same teams na nag-participate sa mga previous qualifiers natin. So, just in case that there are some people here na nakita yung qualifiers 1, 2, and now yung 3 natin, they'll get some sort of info on some of our certain teams, and they can use that to their utmost advantage. But other than that, let's see if they will be able to gun down for the last 2 slots. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. And the next qualifiers will be in 24 hours time. So makikita natin kung prepared na nga ba ang mga teams natin for the last qualifiers tomorrow. But for now, we will be bidding our farewells. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the last qualifier date dito sa Predator Kings of PH. Ako nga pala si Ramon. With me is Mochi. Thank you for tuning in to the 3rd qualifier dito sa Predator Kings of PH.
planted. One. 30 seconds left. Last player standing. Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Clutch. Attackers.
No more charges left.
One enemy remaining. Last.
Enemy kill. One dead.
Last player. Spike down A. Last player standing.
It's the last of them.
Defenders.